Hello everyone, my name is Ven and welcome to another draft league I will be recording on this channel. This is none other than the Major League Pokemon, hosted by my good friend Tyler Lib. And obviously I am your coach of the Roma Rotoms for this league. In this video I'll be explaining why we drafted, who we drafted, and how the draft here works. Now how the draft here works is that it's the same way in WSS, which basically means that you get mons are split up into tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You draft a certain number of mons per tier, you get a Mega Evolution, and then you get 4 Pokemon that you spend points on. Those points depend on the Mega you drafted. Though you start with 400 points to draft your mons, your Mega will give you or take away points from your team. Without further ado, I'll explain Z upgrading when we get to it. Let's get started. Now, our first pick is Tangrowth. Now, it was originally going to be Victini, but we did get sniped round 1 by the Riverdale Raptors. So, Tangrowth is a very bulky mon that has very good defenses on the physical side, but not on the special side. On the special side, though, the special side can be worked up by using items like an Assault Vest, plus its ability in Regenerator to restore health, despite having no way of regenerating health. Besides, if you do hold an Assault Vest, you will have no way of regenerating health using that mon. Besides, if you wish pass over to it, or you switch out, which is an even better option. More viable, especially with this mon, because its ability in Regenerator allows it to gain 1/3 of its health back every time it switches out. So this will come in very handy. This will come in very handy, and I'm looking forward to use this in the MLP. I actually haven't used this in draft format. Most of the picks that I'm drafting here will be picks that I haven't used in draft format. So, because I like to try some things new in the league. Why the hell does my taskbar keep popping up? Anyways, Alomomola is my next pick, as you can see, because my taskbar decides to derp out. Alomomola is a very good bulky water that is too good for tier 3. Like, why was it in tier 3? Anyways, its ability in Regenerator, again, allows it to synergize with Tangrowth, meaning that it could form a Regenerator core with it. Like, I could swap continuously out of Tangrowth and Alomomola, so they can both restore health and have a reliable defensive presence on the field. Not only that, but its base 165 HP plus its capability to Wish Pass allows it to pass big wishes to the team and allow it to regain HP, despite not having ways to heal. Now, its HP and defense may seem bulky on the physical side, no doubt, but on the special side, it leaves something to be desired. And unlike Tangrowth, Assault Vest doesn't work too much on this thing because it gets moves like Wish, Heal Bell, Toxic that give it a very good defensive presence on the field. My next pick is Mega Charizard X, which finishes up my Fire, Water, Grass core. Its ability in Tough Claws makes it so that it has a very reliable offensive presence on the field. Not only that, its decent defensive stats and decent overall bulk allow it to be ran as a physical defender, especially with the amount of resistances that it has. Its Mega allows it to take less damage from Stealth Rocks compared to the 50% that it takes for regular Charizard to switch in. So, defensive sets usually consist of moves like Roost and Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, depending on the opponent. Offensive sets which it is most notorious for, consist of Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, Shadow Claw, you name it. Now, this sums up our Fire, Water, Grass core. A very bulky one at that, considering all of our Mon's defensive stats give my team very decent bulk already, with very minimal offensive presence though. But we'll get to that later. Our next pick is Mandibuzz. Now, before picking Mandibuzz, I knew I needed someone to reliably come in and remove Stealth Rocks. Most of those picks were taken. Like, Hitmontop was taken at the time. Hitmontop was taken. I could have drafted Superior, but I already have a Grass type. But I'm going off topic. Mandibuzz has very, very good overall bulk with its HP defense and special defense stat, complemented with the ability in Overcoat and move in Roost. What Overcoat does is nullifies the effects of weather like hail and sandstorm, and Roost allows it to heal its HP, and it also is a pivot, meaning it could slow U-turn out, but I don't know how it's going to slow U-turn with that base 80 speed, which is kind of fast for a wall, but who cares, honestly. Mandibuzz, it can defog, which you can remove rocks. It can foul play to hinder physical attackers. It has an ability in weak armor, which I could capitalize on 1 week, which lowers defense by 1 stage and increases speed by 2 stage. And if it does get a setup move like Swords Dance, I could probably capitalize on that. But anyway, I'm going off topic again. Next pick is a Lowland Ninetails. I haven't used any of these picks in draft format except Mega Charizard X. And a Lowland Ninetails gives me a Fairy type to synergize with Charizard X. It can also synergize with Mandibuzz very well in a way because of its ability in Overcoat, and Snow Warning allows it to summon Hail, which allows it to summon Aurora Veil. Oh, how many times am I going to say allow in this video? I don't know. Snow Warning allows it to set up 100% accurate blizzards, which can never miss in hail. It also can set up Aurora Veil, which allows the team to swallow up hits they otherwise wouldn't. Lowland Ninetails can also hit very hard with Moonblast, and a lot of different moves that it gets. I'm sure it gets for coverage. I don't have the table in front of me right now, so I can't really look. But anywho, let's move on to the next Mon, which is Nidoking. Now you might notice the Z crystal I put next to Nidoking. Nidoking is Z powered up, mainly because its move pool is very diverse, carrying moves like Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Mega Horn, Brick Break, Superpower, Earthquake, Poison Jab, you name it. Its ability in Sheer Force allows some moves to get some of those moves like Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Earth Power, Thunderbolt to get boosted because they have a secondary effect. Top that off with not being able to take damage from Life Orb because of this ability, and you have a very good Mon for an offensive presence. Though its base 85 speed may seem a little off to this Mon, it has the offense to make up for it, and it can synergize very well with the Lowland Ninetails because of Hail. It can pack Blizzard, which is also boosted by Sheer Force, and yeah, Hail Blizzard is also boosted by Sheer Force and boosted because of the weather. Aurora Veil can allow this thing to swallow up hits it otherwise couldn't, despite its very, very below average bulk. We have a lot of switch-ins to whatever this thing is weak to, like Mandibuzz's Resistance Psychic and Ground, which is both of the typings it's weak to. Alatails can probably swap into a ground move. Tangrowth can swap into a ground move, but we don't have much to take in a Psychic. But we'll get into that later. Next is Ditto. Ditto is a very situational Mon for a tier 4 pick. The reason why it's not any higher is because it has 48 stats across the board. But what does have a good side, which is Imposter. Imposter can be used for a lot of different things. Though it has 48 stats across the board, those stats are pretty much irrelevant because of Imposter. Imposter copies stat changes, it copies the Pokemon, it copies the moveset, it copies everything. I'll be right back. It copies everything except HP. Now, Ditto is a very versatile Mon because of this, and it is a very good addition to the team because it could scout movesets, which could probably presume an item, and it could copy stat changes, and since it could copy stat changes, it can make the opponent completely unsafe to set up if we have Ditto in the back still. Now our next mon is Flygon, which is also Z powered up because it's more of a leftover thing really. Its attack and speed allow it to do massive damage with Dragon Dance, Earthquakes, and Dragon Claws, with coupled up with moves like U-Turn, make it a decent Scarf user and lead and pivot. It also gets Defog and Tailwind, so it could be very good for utility. And Fire Blast moves like Fire Blast, Earth Power, and Dragon Pulse make it very reliable on the special side. Levitate gives me another ground immunity, which is very crucial for keeping Nidoking alive on the team. But its weaknesses to ice might leave something to be desired. Our next pick is Sableye, which though its stats may seem lackluster, Prankster makes up for it. Trust me. Prankster allows all certain non-attacking moves to be +1 in priority. Sableye is made a very good mon because of this, because it gets priority recovers, it gets priority on nearly everything it gets. It gets Will-O-Wisp priority, it gets Calm Mind priority, Recover priority, Substitute priority, Taunt priority, Trick priority with Lagging Tail, despite it lowering priority. Prankster completely ignores that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Sableye. Our last two picks consist of Registeel, which is a very bulky mon that could set up Stealth Rocks. Clear Body makes it so it is immune to stat loss, with moves like Parting Shot, abilities like Intimidate, and things of the like. It also gives me a Steel type, which is very important in my team not getting Toxic, which Alomomola can also synergize with because of Heal Bell. But anyway, it could also run Curse Sets because speed is out of the question, considering its base 50. Even though it's decent overall bulk, and its tanking abilities make it fit on this team nearly perfectly. Our last pick is Mew.
But Joey, why didn't you Z Crystal Mew? It's very versatile as it is. It gets moves from our different typings.
Well, it was more of decisions really. None of my tier 5 mons can really be Z'd safely, and I would rather have two Z mons that could be unpredictable, meaning I could swap between the two, or have one Z Crystal mon that's completely predictable and 100% expected. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's 100 stats across the board, meaning that it could be anything. A special wall, a physical sweeper, a setup sweeper, you name it. Stall breaker, healer, cleric, you name it. Mew is a very versatile mon. It can be double dance. It gets moves from all different typings, as I said before, and its ability and synchronize allows it to pass stat changes which it otherwise might not be able to pass, and Alomomola could always clear those stat changes. So anyways, that is it for my MLP draft. Thank you guys so much for watching and staying with me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video, where I will be team building for Zardace 1, coach of the Camillus Caracostas. I'll see you guys then.